What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are talking about Star Wars for the first time in a while. Obviously, I said recently that I'm just kind of done with Disney Star Wars. I just don't care about it, and I don't. I really don't. But there is some news about Jon Favreau that's going around, and I've had many requests from people for me to cover this. So unlike Lucasfilm, we actually listen to the people that are interested in our content. So here I am talking about this Jon Favreau story. Bounding Into Comics has an article about it, and obviously I'm very aware of Jon Favreau. I liked The Mandalorian. I was pretty happy with Season 1, and Season 2 I'm looking forward to it, and overall I'm pretty good with that. I like Jon Favreau overall. He's definitely a Star Wars guy. And as we talked about here on this channel with Cameron Pasha, a Hollywood producer, I had him on the channel for a live stream, and he talked about Jon Favreau not liking The Last Jedi, which isn't breaking news necessarily, but to have someone from the industry follow up with that, it's a good sign. And then there were more details that Cameron Pasha gave us. I'll play that clip right here.
Okay, and I'm going to say this, and I've never revealed this publicly. I have a friend who's worked on, who's very close to Jon Favreau and has worked on several of his movies. And this is what he said to me, and I don't know Jon Favreau. He said to me, Jon Favreau hates The Last Jedi.
Whoa.
Again, that's telephone. Favreau did not say this to me. And I love Jon Favreau. I hope I'm not burned by chance to work with him in the future. I might have already with all my big mouth. But he said to me recently, we had lunch before all the lockdowns happened, and he said to me that, no, Jon has told him that what he claims, again, this is coming from a friend who I know has worked on Favreau's productions in his inner circle, multiple productions. And he said to me that Favreau told him that once he saw The Last Jedi, he realized Star Wars was out of control, and that he actively lobbied to get involved in it because he's a fan and he wanted to save the franchise. That he wasn't just that Lucasfilm went out to him, that he started like, guys, I can help with this. You guys are on the wrong track. That's what he says to me. I believe it.
And as you can see, Cameron knows his stuff, and that is really good information for Star Wars fans, for someone that is now so involved in the creative process as Jon Favreau is. And we all pretty much respect Jon Favreau. He's done a great job in Hollywood overall, and he just seems like a genuinely good guy. He had George on the set, he's collaborated with Filoni, and The Mandalorian overall, even if you didn't love it, the number one thing we can look at with The Mandalorian is it didn't have identity politics in it. But again, I like The Mandalorian. So now we have this story from Bounding Into Comics, and it says The Mandalorian creator Jon Favreau reverses course on how Lucasfilm creatives deal with Star Wars fans. Well, I like that. I like the sound of that. But there's a little more to this, and we're going to get into that. So basically, it reestablishes some things that Favreau has said recently. Jon Favreau has continued to show that he's reversing course on how Lucasfilm and Disney have dealt with Star Wars following the release of Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi. Back in June, Favreau signaled that he and Lucasfilm would be taking a different attitude towards Star Wars fans. Favreau spoke to The Hollywood Reporter detailing that creators need to listen to fan feedback. He explained, you put something out in the world, and then it echoes back at you. You have to listen. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. You have to feel the energy of the audience. He continued, but when you come from comedy, and when I was doing improv back in Chicago, that's it. You have to read the room. You have to feel the room. You have to be in the community with the audience. You have to be part of it. The fact of the matter is, as much as we love working on Star Wars, we love even more about making Star Wars for other people, he would state later. Now, I love this part right here about reading the room. That is such a crucial thing that so many people in Hollywood have no idea about. Reading the room. It is such a simple yet complicated thing, apparently, for Hollywood. So to hear Favreau use that exact terminology speaks volumes about the context this man has to the situation. He also added, and when other people are excited by it, dig what we're doing, and are appreciative, that's as good as it gets for us. Again, the man has incredible self-awareness. And here you see him with the cast of The Mandalorian, with Dave Filoni, and Gina Carano, the badass Gina Carano. Favreau would go a step further in speaking with Deadline earlier this month. He would first detail that his vision for The Mandalorian is to tell simple stories, and that's exactly what The Mandalorian was. It was very simple, it was very safe, and it was good. He explained we wanted to really wind it back to the things that inspired the original Star Wars and really get it small in scale and tell simple stories. And that is exactly what was so great about A New Hope. That even though it's taking place in this giant galaxy with all this stuff going on, it was a simple story told in a simple way through the perspectives of the original three. And you cared about them, and you cared about their journey, their isolated journey. That was what was so beautiful about A New Hope. And, you know, he basically just talks about getting it back to that. And Favreau then detailed that when creating new Star Wars stories, he's thinking about the core fans, Favreau stated, but we always knew, and this is something I learned from over at Marvel and working with Kevin Feige, is you always want to keep the core fans in mind. Wow, what a statement from someone at Lucasfilm. Because they have been the ones that's been keeping the torch lit for many, many years. But these are also stories for young people and new audiences. Perfectly said, Jon Favreau. Absolutely perfectly said. He continued, these are myths. And so you always want to have an outstretched hand to people who might not have that background. And so you're really telling two stories at once. You're telling the story for the people who are fresh eyes, and you're telling the story for the people who have been there with the property and the stories and the characters for so many years, and make sure that you're honoring them as well. I mean, absolutely amazing. In a separate discussion with Deadline, Favreau would again detail that he aims to honor and be respectful of the past. He explains to have a way to create a freshness while still being respectful to what came before it. I think is one of the challenges of storytellers in this moment, because we're inundated with so much content. He added, now everything's at the touch of a finger, so everybody has a tremendous cultural context. You know, everybody's checking your work. As we've previously reported, and it's talking, and it moves into Rian Johnson and how much of a disaster he's been, and so many others, J.J. Abrams, Chucky Poo Wendig, Paul Kemp, and the list just goes on and on. So, again, here's what I think about Jon Favreau's words. Jon Favreau gets it, and there is no doubt about it. What he is saying is exactly what we need from the person running Lucasfilm. Unfortunately, he's not running Lucasfilm. He's running The Mandalorian, and he's probably involved heavily on a lot of the Disney Plus projects, but he's not running Lucasfilm. And I love what Jon Favreau is saying. I love it. It is perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself. If you would have asked me exactly what the person running Lucasfilm should be saying and would be saying to get the fans back on track after the disastrous nonsense from Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, and Rian Johnson, and so many others, that is perfectly said. But unfortunately, unless something changes, he's not running Lucasfilm. And that is the problem here. Kathleen Kennedy is still running Lucasfilm. I don't care about Disney Star Wars. I just don't. Now again, yes, I do want to see The Mandalorian Season 2. And luckily, I do have a free subscription to Disney Plus because I'm a Verizon customer. I did very much enjoyed the Clone Wars. The final season of the Clone Wars, especially that final arc. Some of the best stuff I have seen ever in Star Wars. Loved it. But there is this dark cloud over Star Wars, and I've talked about this so many times, and it is Kathleen Kennedy. And I just can't give them any type of credit, I can't have any faith in Disney Star Wars moving forward as long as that woman is there. She is the worst leader I have ever seen in my life. This woman was handed gold. She was handed Star Wars on a silver platter with the Disney marketing machine, with the blessing of George Lucas. And she's ruined it. It's so bad. It's absolutely terrible. I love what Jon Favreau said, and I love Jon Favreau, and I appreciate this man, and I respect this man. I absolutely respect this man. He gets it. Jon Favreau gets it. And I would take Jon Favreau over anyone. I would take Jon Favreau over Dave Filoni. I would take Jon Favreau over anyone to run Lucasfilm, because this man has been an architect for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's been in Hollywood for so long. He's been the head of a Star Wars project here, a live-action Star Wars project that is a success. And his words and his perspective, he totally gets it. And if you announce that Jon Favreau is the president of Lucasfilm at any point in the future, then I can totally get on board with that. That will pull me back as a Star Wars fan. But right now, it just continues to build my respect for Jon Favreau and my appreciation for him, and it makes me look more forward to The Mandalorian Season 2, but it doesn't excite me about Star Wars as a whole. Disney's Star Wars is nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. It is trash. It is garbage. And as long as Kathleen Kennedy continues to be the top person there, I have absolutely, positively no faith in Disney Star Wars as a collective whole. I just can't do it. I can't. I can be excited about little things here and there, but I cannot be excited for Disney Star Wars as a whole. Can't do it. I mean, I recently went to Universal Orlando for our Park Hoppin' channel, and that is our theme park channel. Very proud of that channel. If you have not subscribed to that channel, please go do so. But I witnessed Diagon Alley for the first time. Now, I am not a Harry Potter guy. I've never really seen Harry Potter. I watched them a long time ago, and I mean, I guess I just watched them kind of half-assed, and they were fine. They were whatever. It didn't really leave a lasting impression on me. So I go to Universal Orlando, and thank you to Universal Orlando for inviting us out there. They are great. They love the channel. They love everything we do. And, you know, Park Hoppin' as a whole has just been doing fantastic lately, but they invited us out there. I got to go see Diagon Alley. And I was truly, again, as someone that doesn't really know the movies, doesn't know these characters, doesn't know this lore, I was truly blown away by everything Wizarding World Harry Potter, Diagon Alley. It was incredible. My jaw was dropped. I could not believe how incredible and immersive it was. And the whole time I'm there, I'm thinking to myself, why didn't this happen with Star Wars? Why is Galaxy's Edge so shitty? It's not a Disney Parks problem. I'm a huge fan of Disney Parks. It's not a Disney Park problem. Disney Parks, the Imagineers are incredible. We've seen Pandora, the Land of Avatar, another movie I don't know anything about really. I saw it one time. It was fine, whatever, don't really care, never wanted to revisit it. I go to the Pandora, the Land of Avatar at Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World, and it is unbelievable. You know why? Because James Cameron was involved with the Walt Disney World Imagineers. Kathleen Kennedy was involved with Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is trash. Galaxy's Edge is a complete and total embarrassment. They should be embarrassed that they have that at Walt Disney World. It is so bad. And the whole thing this gets back to is there is a fundamental problem with the leadership of Disney Star Wars. And it is Kathleen Kennedy. I go to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, and I'm not even a big fan of that particular property. Walk out, blown away, and I came home. I bought all 8 movies on Blu-ray, and I watched them, and I loved them. Because this park got me interested as a fan. It made me care. Made me interested. That doesn't happen at Galaxy's Edge. You don't go to Galaxy's Edge and go, wow, I'm not really into Star Wars, and I'm blown away by this. I need to know more about this. You don't do that. It's bad. It's terrible. So that goes back to the leadership of Lucasfilm. So until the leadership changes, I can't really care that much. Love Jon Favreau, respect him, but Kathleen Kennedy has to go, and until she is gone, I don't care. You guys have a great day. Check out geeksandgamers.com, our website. Sign up for an account. And for $10 a month, if you want, become a premium member to get exclusive access to more content from our team. I'll see you over in the forums. Have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Ray Lows are weird. Fire Kathleen Kennedy, and we will talk to you later. I just bumped my microphone. Bye.